Good morning. It's Friday. We've got some art to do, and I'm super excited about this week's art project. The materials that you're going to need today, if you have them, hopefully, is just a blank piece of paper. I have my pencil. I have a ruler or some sort of straight edge. And I have my bin of markers. So here's what our art project is going to look like. Okay, so we're going to start by doing a little bit of drawing, and our drawing today is going to be pretty straightforward. So the first job number one is to draw a shape, a nice big shape in the middle of our paper. So maybe I'm going to draw a heart. Maybe it's a star, maybe it's a smiley face, maybe it's a circle, whatever shape you want to draw, up to you. I'm gonna maybe have my eraser handy so that I can fix if I need to, so that it looks even. There, kind of like that. Okay, and I'll erase these lines. So I know that I'm going to use marker to go over this, and so if it's not perfect, that's okay, because my marker actually does a pretty good job of hiding those pencil lines. Okay, like this. Alrighty, so I've got my shape drawn on my paper, and then step 2 is to draw some lines. I'm going to draw lines horizontally, which is this way across the paper. What I'm actually going to do is use my ruler as a way to measure the distance between my lines, because I kind of want to keep them even. If you don't want to keep them even and you want to kind of do some different shapes, that's okay too. I'm going to keep mine even like this. So I'm going to do horizontal lines all the way down my paper. And then I'm also going to do vertical lines. And so those ones go the other way across my paper. And what I'm doing is kind of making like a grid. Okay, so now I'm going to do lines this way. So when I come back, I'll have all of my lines drawn. Okay, so I have drawn all of my lines. So now it kind of looks like I have a bit of a grid on around my shape. So the next step for me is I'm going to take a black marker and I'm going to outline my heart in black. And I'm only going to outline my heart in black. I will outline the rest a little bit later, but for now I just want to do my heart, and I'm going to tell you why in just a little bit. So I'm being really careful and following the lines. All right, so I've outlined my shape in black. Now we're going to be coloring the inside of the shape and the outside of the shape. So when we're coloring, and I want you to think back to grade 1 with this, we talked about warm and cool colors. So there are some colors that we call warm colors. Those are reds and oranges and yellows. And then we've got cooler colors, that's green, blue, and purple. So I'm going to dig through my marker bin and find some reds, some oranges, some yellows, some warm colors, and some cool colors. And then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I've done some digging. I found my warm colors and I found some cool colors. So now it's up to me to decide, do I want my warm colors inside my heart or outside my heart? I think I'm going to do my warm colors inside. So I'll put my cool colors aside for now, and I'm going to start to do these warm colors inside my heart. So each of these little squares, or part of a square, I'm going to color with my markers. So I'm going to stop at that black line. That's an important one because it's going to remind me to stop kind of midway through the square. All right, so there we go. And then I found enough colors where I don't need to put colors right next to each other. So I'm going to try not to put another orange square right next to the square that I've already colored orange. Kind of want to mix it up a little bit. So color in this. I'm going to stop at that black line. I'm going to stop at these lines. Right, on to the next. I'm just going to keep on coloring until my entire heart is filled with these warm colors. Okay, so I have filled in the inside of my heart with my warm colors. Now I'm going to take my cool colors and I'm going to color the squares around the outside of the heart. Alrighty, here we go. And again, I'm gonna kind of try to make sure that two like colors or very similar colors aren't right next to each other. I've seen lots of people who have actually turned this into a pattern. So they take turns with the colors to make sure that there aren't any like colors right next to each other, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to keep coloring this and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, I'm still working away on this, but you can start to see how it's kind of coming together and the really neat contrast that we make when we've got cool colors on the outside or cool colors on the inside and vice versa. So you want to keep your cool colors together, your warm colors together on the inside or the outside of your shape. Doesn't matter if you want to do cool inside, warm outside, warm inside, cool outside, or what kind of shape you want to draw. But we're working on separating our warm colors and our cool colors, and then we'll work on drawing or on coloring. So I'm going to keep working on this. I'll post a picture when it's done, but this is what your art project is this week. So I hope you have lots of fun, enjoy, and don't forget to go pick up your resources from your school. See you on Monday.